All right, everyone, get ready, because today we are diving deep into some seriously delicious desserts. Italian-American desserts featuring limoncello. I'm
Ooh.
talking sunshine in a bottle, folks.
Oh, love that.
Remember that time we were in Positano and had that
Yeah.
limoncello after dinner?
Yes.
I swear it was like drinking liquid sunshine.
It's amazing how such a simple liqueur can elevate desserts
Right.
to a whole new level. Limoncello really is having a moment right now.
It is.
And it's not hard to see why it's like this perfect marriage of
Yeah.
bright citrus flavors and the warmth of Italian tradition.
Mm.
And, it actually ties into this larger trend we're seeing with
Right.
artisanal liqueurs making a comeback.
Interesting.
People are craving those authentic handcrafted flavors.
Okay. I am officially craving some limoncello now.
Me too.
But before we dive into the recipes,
Yes,
let's break it down for our listeners who might not be familiar with this
Yeah.
magical elixir.
for sure.
What exactly is limoncello?
So limoncello is a liqueur traditionally made in southern Italy.
Yeah.
What makes it so special is that it's made by steeping lemon zest,
Okay.
and only the zest, not the juice,
Oh.
in alcohol. This process allows the oils from the lemon peel
Interesting.
to infuse into the alcohol, creating that intense, vibrant flavor limoncello is known
Yeah.
for. Then it's sweetened with simple syrup, resulting in a liqueur that is both tart and sweet.
It sounds so simple yet so delicious.
It is.
And the best part is you don't have to be a pastry pro to work with it.
Nope.
Today we're diving into 3 limoncello dessert recipes that anyone can make at home.
Exactly. Whether you're a seasoned baker or just starting out,
Right.
these recipes are totally approachable.
Love it.
And they're a fun way to impress your friends and family with a touch of Italian flair.
Okay. I am sold. Let's talk about the first recipe.
Okay.
Limoncello tiramisu. Now, I love a good classic tiramisu,
Classic.
but how does adding limoncello change things up?
Just imagine that creamy, dreamy richness of traditional tiramisu, but with a bright, zesty twist.
I like it.
Instead of coffee, we're using limoncello to create a syrup that soaks the ladyfingers.
Okay.
This infuses them with that beautiful lemon flavor. Then you layer those soaked ladyfingers
Gotcha.
with a mascarpone cream and a tangy lemon curd.
Oh, wow.
The combination of textures and flavors is truly divine.
You had me at no coffee.
Haha.
I have to admit sometimes that coffee flavor can be a bit overpowering for me in tiramisu.
Yeah, I get that.
But you said this is a no-bake dessert.
It is.
That sounds dangerously easy.
That's right. No baking required.
Yeah.
It's all about layering and chilling.
Ooh.
But there is one crucial step.
Okay.
Making sure the ladyfingers are soaked just right.
Right?
You want them to be infused with that limoncello flavor.
Yes.
But if they get too soggy, they'll lose their structure and make the tiramisu runny.
Oh, no.
It's all about finding that sweet spot.
Oh, I can totally see myself messing that up.
Let's.
Soaking the ladyfingers too much is like my superpower.
I feel that.
What about the lemon curd? I've always been intimidated by curd making.
Really?
Is it as complicated as it sounds?
Not at all. Lemon curd is surprisingly simple.
Okay.
You just cook lemon juice, sugar, and egg yolks over low heat until it thickens. Honestly, it's like making a fancy lemon pudding.
Okay.
And you can even find pre-made lemon curd at most grocery stores if you're short on time.
Okay, that's a relief.
Yeah.
So we've got the limoncello soaked ladyfingers, the creamy mascarpone layer, and the tangy lemon curd.
Yes.
What's next in this Italian-American dessert symphony?
Well, once you have all your components ready, you simply layer them in a dish.
Okay.
Starting with the ladyfingers, then the mascarpone cream, and finally the lemon curd.
Gotcha.
Repeat the layers until you reach the top of the dish.
Okay.
And then chill it in the refrigerator for at least a few hours to let the flavors meld.
It sounds like a beautiful dance of flavors and textures.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to our second recipe,
Yes.
limoncello pound cake.
Ooh, I love pound cake.
Now, I'm a sucker for a good pound cake. It's just so classic and comforting. What makes this particular pound cake so special?
This pound cake is all about that melt-in-your-mouth texture
Yeah.
and a delicate balance of flavors.
Uh-huh.
The secret to its incredible moistness lies in the addition of sour cream and vegetable oil to the batter.
Oh, interesting.
And of course, the star of the show is the limoncello,
Of course.
which adds that signature citrusy fragrance and a subtle tang that elevates the entire cake.
Yes.
To finish it off, we have a vibrant citrus glaze that not only adds another layer of flavor, but also gives it that beautiful, glossy finish.
Okay, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. It sounds like a recipe that's perfect for any occasion,
It is.
from a casual get-together to a fancy dinner party.
Absolutely.
But let's be real, I'm all about simplicity in the kitchen. Is this pound cake relatively straightforward to make?
It is. It follows a pretty standard pound cake method, but with a few key tweaks.
All right, I'm listening.
You start by creaming together the butter and sugar until light and fluffy. This creates those tiny air pockets that give the cake its tender crumb.
Gotcha.
Then you add the eggs one at a time, followed by the sour cream and, of course, the limoncello.
Of course.
Finally, you gently fold in the dry ingredients, being careful not to overmix the batter.
So it's basically a classic pound cake recipe with the addition of limoncello.
I love how you've taken something familiar and given it that Italian twist. And you mentioned a citrus glaze.
Yes.
Tell me more about that. It sounds like the perfect finishing touch.
The glaze is super simple and really adds that extra zing.
Right.
Just whisk together powdered sugar, some more limoncello, and a touch of lemon juice until smooth.
Okay.
Once the cake has cooled slightly, you drizzle that luscious glaze over the top, letting it cascade down the sides.
Ooh.
It not only adds flavor, but also creates that beautiful visual appeal.
I can already picture it, a perfectly golden pound cake with that glistening citrus glaze. Okay, I need to bake this ASAP. But before I run off to the kitchen, let's talk about those limoncello dessert shots.
These sound like the perfect solution for those times when you want a quick and impressive treat.
They are. These shots are so easy to make and are a real crowd pleaser.
Yes.
They're perfect for parties or even just a simple weeknight indulgence.
I love that.
And they're surprisingly versatile. You can get creative with the toppings and flavors.
Okay, spill the beans. What exactly goes into these little cups of sunshine?
You won't believe how easy they are. We're talking just 4 ingredients.
4.
Instant lemon pudding, mixed milk, limoncello,
Okay.
and whipped topping. You simply whisk together the pudding, mix milk and limoncello until smooth and creamy. Then you spoon that mixture into shot glasses and top each one with a dollop of whipped cream.
Hold on, that's it. 4 ingredients and no baking. These are officially my new go-to dessert. They sound perfect for those times when you want something sweet, but don't want to spend hours in the kitchen. Let's talk presentation. Any tips for making them extra special?
Absolutely. A little garnish goes a long way. You can add a thin slice of lemon to each shot, or a sprinkle of lemon zest for that extra burst of citrusy aroma.
Okay.
You can even get creative and layer the pudding mixture with crumbled cookies or fresh berries for added texture and flavor. Let your imagination run wild.
Now, before we move on, I have a question for you, Chef.
Yes.
With all these limoncello desserts, are there any key things our listeners should keep in mind to ensure success?
One of the most important things is to use a high-quality limoncello. Don't just grab any bottle off the shelf.
Right.
Look for one that's made with real lemons,
Right.
not artificial flavorings. A good quality limoncello will have a much brighter, more authentic flavor
Check it.
that will truly shine in your desserts.
So quality over quantity when it comes to limoncello. I think a lot of people might assume all limoncellos are created equal.
I think so too.
But I can definitely see how that would make a big difference in the final flavor.
Mm.
Any other pro tips to share?
Absolutely. When you're making the tiramisu, remember not to over-soak the ladyfingers. You want them to be moist and flavorful, but not soggy. A light hand is key.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Soggy ladyfingers are definitely a tiramisu tragedy.
Yes, they are.
And I love that you mentioned using high-quality limoncello. Do you have any specific brands or types of limoncello that you recommend?
When it comes to choosing a limoncello, there are a few things to look for. First, check the label to make sure it's made with real lemons and doesn't contain any artificial flavors or colors.
Good point.
Second, consider the alcohol content. Limoncellos can range in alcohol content, so choose one that suits your taste.
Okay.
And finally, don't be afraid to try a few different brands to find one you love. Some of my personal favorites are Villa Massa Caravella and Pellini.
Okay.
These brands are known for using high-quality lemons and traditional production methods, resulting in a smooth, flavorful limoncello that's perfect for both sipping and baking.
Excellent recommendations. Adding those to my shopping list as we speak. Now, you mentioned experimenting with different flavors and toppings.
Yes.
For the limoncello dessert shots, what are some of your favorite combinations?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. One of my go-to combinations is layering the lemon pudding mixture
Okay.
with crumbled biscotti for a little crunch and added nutty flavor.
Mm.
You can also add a layer of fresh raspberries or strawberries
Okay.
for a touch of sweetness and tartness. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even drizzle a little melted dark chocolate
Wow.
over the whipped cream for a decadent touch.
Okay, I am officially drooling.
Oh.
Those combinations sound amazing. And I love how you can really customize these dessert shots to suit your own taste.
Right.
It's all about having fun and getting creative in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we've talked about these 3 fantastic limoncello dessert recipes, the tiramisu, the pound cake, and
Yes.
those easy-peasy dessert shots. What does this all mean for our listeners who might be thinking,
Right.
okay, that all sounds delicious, but where do I start?
Well, if you're new to baking with limoncello, I recommend starting with the dessert shots. They're super simple, require no baking, and are a great way to get a feel for how the flavor of limoncello works in a dessert.
And if you're feeling a little more confident in your baking skills.
Then the tiramisu is a fantastic next step.
Okay.
It's a no-bake dessert, but it does involve a little more assembly. The result is a truly spectacular dessert that's sure to impress.
And for those who are ready to tackle a full-on baking project.
The limoncello pound cake is a classic for a reason. It's a recipe that's sure to impress, and once you've mastered the basic technique, you can start experimenting with different variations. Try adding a tablespoon of lemon zest to the batter for an extra citrusy punch,
Okay.
or fold in a handful of poppy seeds for a bit of texture and visual appeal.
So basically, there's a limoncello dessert out there for every skill level and every occasion.
Exactly. I love it. And remember, these are just starting points. Use these recipes as inspiration, but don't be afraid to adjust them to your liking and add your own personal touches. That's the beauty of baking. It's a creative process.
I couldn't agree more. And if you do come up with your own amazing limoncello dessert creations, please share them with us. Tag us on social media or send us an email. We're always so excited to see how our listeners take these ideas and make them their own.
We are.
So as we wrap up our limoncello dessert extravaganza, I have one final question for you, dear listener. If you could create your own limoncello dessert, what would it be? Would you go for a classic like a tart or a cake? Or would you get adventurous with a mousse, a parfait, or maybe even a limoncello ice cream?
What's fascinating is how versatile limoncello is as an ingredient.
Right.
It pairs beautifully with so many other flavors like berries, chocolate, even herbs like basil or mint.
Ooh, a limoncello mint sorbet sounds incredibly refreshing. I can practically taste it now.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, we're seeing a real resurgence of interest in citrus flavors in desserts. And limoncello, with its intense lemon flavor and touch of sweetness, is perfectly positioned to lead this trend.
So, dear listener, get out there and embrace the sunshine, the zest, and the delicious possibilities of limoncello. Let your creativity run wild, and who knows, maybe you'll invent the next big limoncello dessert sensation. Be sure to let us know what you come up with. We're always excited to hear from our listeners.
Until next time, may your desserts be bright, zesty, and full of the flavors of Italy.
Happy baking, everyone!